So just before the video does start, just a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch. I do daily trading guides including loads of price sheets for special card trading, silver trading and so on and so on. And you get them daily over there for £5 a month or free with Amazon Prime. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. And in today's video, what we're going to be doing is walking through the most consistent team of the season and the best time to buy them. Also, we're talking about the EFL team of the season. So yeah, in this video, we're basically just going to be going through last year's trends, talk about how that might replicate this year, and also the differences between this year and next year, or sorry, this year and last year, and how that may affect buying patterns. So, what we've got right here is a team of the season prediction made by Foothead. And I'm going to use this prediction to talk through why I believe there's like 4 different sections of players. You've got well-demanded players who are not going to get re-released. You've got well-demanded linkable players who aren't going to get re-released. You've got well-demanded unlinkable players who aren't going to get re-released. You've got well-demanded linkable players who are going to get re-released. And then you've got plebby SBC fodder. So yeah, without further ado, I guess I'll give you a few examples, or give you an example of each in this squad. So an example of a well-demanded player who's linkable and may get re-released. Let's say, for example, Joe Gomez. I don't watch a mad amount of football, but I do know Joe Gomez has obviously been playing pretty well in the Prem. So he'll be an example of a card, let's say, that is a well-demanded team of the season that could get who's linkable and could get re-released. A well-demanded team of the season, maybe who won't get re-released, is maybe someone, let's say, Anderson. Obviously, there's probably been a lot better Prem, you know, left wings, right wings, wherever. So Anderson would be a well-demanded team of the season who won't get re-released. A well-demanded team of the season who's unlinkable would be these sort of players where there's loads of hype around them. For example, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic of last year. I don't know really who's crazily hyped right here, who's completely unlinkable. Well, let's go like Eduardo. Obviously, there's quite a lot of there are quite a lot of French icons, but I mean, if I'm looking at players from minor leagues, you literally have Eduardo, Grimaldo. Grimaldo's, again, nothing quite amazing, and then Falcao. So let's say Eduardo is going to be our guy who is from a major, he's well-demanded, but, you know, unlinkable. And then SBC plebs, I don't know, someone like a Busquets. So I guess that first off, we'll start off by talking about the kind of plebby unlinkable players. But they're a little bit well-demanded. So we're going to use the example of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Carrasco, Tagliafico, and yeah, that's all she wrote. So we look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic right here, and all we see is give or take a downwards trend. Unless you wanted to use him for the following weekend league, in which you would have bought him on the... You actually would have bought him on the Tuesday. That would have been the cheapest point, unless you were going to wait till again the Friday, and then you could have used him on weekend league. But as you can see, he just drops week after week after week, which is really interesting because, of course, every single week people are packing team of seasons in weekend leagues. So theoretically, everyone gets more and more coins every week. He just was extremely undemanded. And as you can see right here, I think the 30th of July is when we have the ultimate team of season. So yeah, or it could have been the re-release. I'm not madly sure off the top of my head, but that sort of time is kind of irrelevant. You're not going to wait the best part of what, 2 months to buy the cards. It's a little bit long. Then we got Carrasco. Carrasco actually had quite an interesting one right here. Now, not too sure why this happened, because it actually wasn't SBC fodder that made him rise. It might have been like a link investment or something like that. But yeah, on the Thursday, obviously, he had a complete anomaly compared to the rest of the plebs, where he obviously banged and then dropped and dropped and dropped. Because the Premier League SBC, that would have come on the Tuesday, so there's no reason for this of, you know, sort of done anything crazy, but yeah. And then we got the Tagliafico again, which would have kept on dropping and dropping and dropping until, if I'm not wrong, they dropped the Eredivisie team of the season and obviously banged for that due to all the links. I'm not too sure if it was actually re-released in the Eredivisie team of the season, but there you go, banged due to that. So basically, unless these guys are going to have their own team of the season, we can predict them to drop and drop and drop. And again, we'll go back to this prediction right here. I believe the Superliga has its own team of the season, so he'd obviously do well when the Superliga team of the season drops. If he wasn't re-released, I say do well, but Falcao can't be the most demanded player in the world. Likewise with Grimaldo, if they went and dropped the Liga NOS SBC, he'd probably, I'd say drop and drop and drop, but in the end of the day, Alex Tellez actually rose, just like any weekly demanded player last year. So, yeah, that is an interesting one. So, I'm not quite sure if Grimaldo does fit under the undemanded one. And other than that, there really isn't too much. Obviously, I imagine that Dennis will drop and drop and drop until we get the Benlux. Which I do believe is another one we're going to get. So yeah, the non-demanded ones, really, the longer you wait, the cheaper they get, unless they have their own respective team of the season, and as a result, they'll rise from there. So, as I say, really what you got to do is wait, and as soon as there's, I guess, hints towards certain team of the seasons coming, you can then go and buy the players. The order of the team of the season, by the way, is quite likely to be Premier League, well, most consistent, then Premier League, then to the La Liga, if I'm not wrong. Then it goes Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga, and Ultimate Team of the Season. And the reason for this is because the guaranteed Team of the Season packs, which is like the weekend league rewards, come in that order, and it makes complete sense because we've got most consistent first, which makes sense. Ultimate Team of the Season last, Premier League second, which is the norm. So it's not guaranteed, but that is quite likely to be the order of the Team of the Seasons. So I guess heading underway with the next ones with the players that are well demanded but not going to be re-released, and that is the likes of Anderson and a few other cards that are well demanded but not re-released last year are the likes of Alderweireld, and I'll be honest, I haven't actually double checked these, but I believe Allen, but don't quote me on it. Alderweireld is basically one of the best ones because of course Alderweireld, like Anderson, should be an extremely well demanded card due to the Premier League team of the season. Also, he's another Prem team of the season that wasn't re-released. So yeah, we can see how Alderweireld did. So, day 1 to day 2, he actually rose, and then he got basically to a low hit on Monday. Now, I'll be honest with you, the majority of these team of seasons were bottoming out on the Monday, and then rising and rising and rising. And you can see this is the weekend league after. The Prem team of season would have started there, and then ended about here. And as you can see, the weekend league, where people were obviously getting team of seasons in that, you know, the upgrade packs they would have done during the week, he rose heavily, you know. And I'll be honest with you, Joe Gomez, the levels this guy will bang are not even funny, okay? Now, I say, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but Liverpool could get Alisson, Trent, Robbo, Van Dijk, which is a little bit of a, you know, it kind of cancel each other out, Wijnaldum, Henderson, and more. You know, like, there are at least 5 players who directly link to the centre-back, maybe arguably not the centre-mids. And again, if Joe Gomez doesn't get a Prem team season, that card will bang. I mean, Alderweireld banged. Let's be completely honest. Alderweireld is, on 1, not quite a Joe Gomez on levels of demand. And 2, there's like not many, he wouldn't have had many strong links last year. And you can see this card absolutely bang from, what, 220 to, I mean, down here, I guess. 209k to 300. Basically went up 100k in the best part of a week and a half, so absolutely insane. But yeah, that Joe Gomez would actually bang. So cards that are gonna get special cards that are unlikely to get re-released. When do you want to buy them? It's actually completely different. So last year would have been Monday. This year, it's a bit of again a little bit of a hard one because this year most consistent are going to be in rewards, and I'll show you what happened to a few team seasons last year when they were in rewards. So I'd say every team season apart from most consistent were in rewards. So what I'm going to show you right now is some Premier League team seasons who are obviously, you know, in rewards. So the likes of Doherty right here from obviously the Premier League team season. Again, Monday was a low point for him, but if you waited till Thursday, you were skimming off another 5%. So, you know, it's not the end of the world if you wait, if you want to wait. But there we go. There's another one. But then in the contrary of that, I actually wanted to try out a few different players because I just wondered, you know, is that the main trend? So again, Monday, low point. This is for Wijnaldum of last year. But then if you waited till Thursday, Wijnaldum is actually up. Well, he's actually basically he's up like 10%. And again, I believe I have another one, which is Christian Eriksen. And again, Monday is a low point. And then if you had to wait till Thursday, he's actually up the best part of another 5%. So how this one works out is, if I can head over here and go to a presumption, if the player is likely to not be re-released and they're not crazily demanded, potentially wait till a Thursday. Who would that be? That would be an interesting question. Maybe they're like to Kieran Trippier. Again, I'm not quite sure if he would be re-released. Who else wouldn't be crazily demanded? Icardi, I imagine would take more of a hit on rewards because I don't think he'd be crazily demanded. Maybe the likes of Diego Godin would have taken a hit. Again, let's be honest, Gomez is well demanded. Fernandinho, Zaha, Bentancur, Thorm, Dembele, all going to be relatively demanded. Maybe Galacci, wait till a Thursday, because again, not crazily demanded, but packed in team of season rewards. But yeah, so players that aren't going to get re-released, they're well demanded. and the top dogs as such, you're going to buy them on the Monday. If they're not well demanded and they're kind of like meh, again, if you can relate them to team of season Doherty-esque sort of level, you want to be buying them on Thursday with rewards. You're going to buy them early morning in rewards as well, because they should rise and rise and rise as the day goes on. Here's just another example of a player that, again, was relatively undemanded and dropped. Again, they're down on the Monday, but because there wasn't a crazy amount of demand, he dropped yet, give or take another 10% on the Thursday with rewards. Now, he didn't really rebound from it because he wasn't crazily demanded, but yeah, just another player, once again, because of rewards, them dropping more than the Monday prices. And again, that's a caustic, not crazily demanded in comparison to, again, like a Joe Gomez of this year. So now time to talk about team of seasons that were re-released. So I did a little bit of scouting. The team of season that were re-released from last year, just off, again, a little bit of a look. We see the likes of Tellez that was re-released with the Liga NOS, and we see the likes of ter Stegen that were re-released, obviously, with the La Liga. So, let's have a little gander at what happened with their prices. So, we got the likes of Tellez, and obviously, instantly Tellez did very, very, very well. You know, this card rose and rose and rose, a very well weekly demanded player. Once again, the Monday being the low point. And he rose and rose. Again, you can see there was no hill on Thursday because there wasn't really any resupply on Thursday. And there you go, you can rose and rose and rose. And by no shock, the 24th is when they were re-released. And as you can see, down, down, down. So we dropped there from 450 there to 380. So, you know, taking what, about 20% drop right there. And then he didn't really recover, even with the guaranteed Liga NOS SBC. So, yeah, not too good. And then if we go and have a little look at the likes of ter Stegen, if I can find him at the top here. There you go. Ter Stegen, there is, again, no prize for guessing really when exactly ter Stegen was re-released. So there you go. There's ter Stegen becoming, once again, the cheapest on the Monday. And then he actually didn't really rise too much. And then, boom, La Liga team seasons dropped, and there he dropped. Now, one thing I would like to say, one of the bigger reasons why ter Stegen took such a bigger hit is because Oblak, also ter Stegen wasn't very hyped last year, but Oblak was a better goalkeeper and a high-rated goalkeeper, therefore he would have dropped. Another reason you would have seen him drop, I mean, one of the biggest drops isn't actually when I thought it would have been, which would have been when everyone had the guarantee pack. I guess it's just the general re-release of him. Yeah, just made him drop as such. So, team seasons that get re-released, you do expect the drop to, I think, be the Monday. Oh, no, it actually isn't. His was the Sunday. What about the likes of Tellez? Tellez's drop was, again, re-released there. The Sunday. That is very interesting. So when they get re-released, it is the Sunday. So, again, obviously Joe Gomez is 50-50. He'll bang if he's not in the pre-PL team season, but again, you can look at buying him on the Sunday, Monday, if not. Yeah, if not as such. So, team of seasons are going to get re-released again. I don't know who you're going to pick from here. Who is going to be re-released? Obviously, it's your judgment, you know, would be better than mine. But what would I do? Again, with Joe Gomez, it's a gamble. If not, what you do is you sell them before the respected league comes up. So let's say we're going to predict that Bentancur was going to get a team of season. When would you buy him? You'd buy him on the Monday, because again, anyone who's well demanded, you're going to buy before rewards, because they only rise with rewards, unlike the undemanded sheet. You'd buy him on the Monday, but you would make sure that you're going to go and sell that card before the Serie A team of season comes up. And again, the order is most consistent, Prem, or should be, most consistent, Prem, La Liga, Serie A. So there you go. He'd be, what, the fifth one? So you make sure to sell him in like 3 or 4 weeks in each time. And so on and so on. So that's what you'd make sure. You need to make sure that you sell it before the re-release. Once the re-release does happen, you're looking to buy it on the Sunday, Monday. And yeah, so I think... Oh, we got the EFL team season. Now, the EFL team season actually is a little bit hard to, well, take anything from, because, I mean, let's have a little look at this. Yeah, no one was demanded whatsoever. There was no hype around any of them. There was no hype around Abraham. I mean, look at this guy, just plummeted. You know, plummeted. Everyone just plummeted until their SBC fodder. So yeah, the buy time on them, obviously, they're kind of hyping up a Calvin Phillips right now. Which is quite interesting. I'd honestly... Would I say these are Ibrahimovic style demand? It's a bit of a hard one. Especially with Premier League being next week, which obviously could throw us a few English players to link up to the EFL players. I'd say the plebs, I'd probably wait till Thursday. I'll be honest with you. Unless they're like very, very good value for money. Because I'll show you what happened with Bowen last year. Where is he? Bowen 747 whatever. Bowen. There we go. We can see what happened with this card is he dropped until we had the most consistent team of the season, and then he actually rose and then dropped again. So I would probably look at buying these cards unless they're crazy value for money fodder. The crazy value for money fodder, again, you're really looking to buy on the Monday. I mean, actually, sorry, the most consistent he only rose 3k for is the EFL. He then went and rose 8k from what he dropped. But if we can head back to the EFL. The plebs, again, I probably would stay off buying them. You know, I don't really, you know, just buy them whenever. Buy them on the Thursday of rewards, I'd say. The well-demanded ones, again, it's a bit of a hard call. In the end of the day, not too many players, I don't think, will be that much cheaper on the Thursday than they will on the Monday. Especially if they're well-demanded as such. So I would probably take a punt on the Monday. We're buying the likes of Calvin Phillips if he's got a mad card. Likes of Ollie Watkins, sorry. The likes of who will also get one, the Pereira guy, the Brazilian from West Brom as such. So I would probably say look at buying the EFLs on the Monday, unless they're relatively undemanded. And if they're undemanded, well then you go and buy them on Thursday with rewards because again, they'll be packed in rewards as such. So that is going to call it the end of the video. Again, I guess I'll walk you through them. What to do. So, undemanded team of the seasons. You're going to be buying them on Thursday with rewards. Demanded team of the seasons that aren't going to get released, you're going to buy them on the Monday. Demanded team of the seasons that are going to get released, you're going to buy them on the Monday anyway. But in regards to selling them, you're going to sell them before the respected league's team of the season comes out. And SBC fodder, you're going to go and buy them on the Thursday when people are opening packs. So again, that's going to be the likes of Busquets, Godin, I don't know, anyone who's deemed to be nothing more than just SBC fodder. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it's helped you guys with buying the players. Now, one thing I will say, by the way, they actually could be cheapest on the Friday, but it is a massive gamble. And from someone who's taken an 11 million coin loss with Sissoko, from someone who's taken a 4 million coin loss with Winter Refresh, from someone who's taken a 4 million coin loss from Shapeshifter, I am not buying Team of the Season's day one of Team of the Season. That is... We're putting Friday buys behind me, okay? So they could actually be cheapest on Friday, but I wouldn't gamble it. I really wouldn't. I've been there where I've gambled it time after time after time, and it's just failed. So yeah, I'd play it safe and wait till either Monday or Thursday to go and buy your players. But thank you very much for watching today's video. If it did help you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with maybe some Team of the Season related content.